What if one country could take you from a smoking volcano to a tropical island, and then deep into one of Central America's wildest forests? Welcome to Nicaragua, a land where fire meets water, volcanoes rise above enormous lakes, and ancient forests still shelter some of Central America's most extraordinary wildlife. Here, you can stand beside an active volcano in the morning, hike through misty cloud forests by afternoon, and watch the sun disappear over the Caribbean Sea before nightfall. From dramatic geological wonders to remote islands and untouched wilderness, these are 5 of the most breathtaking places to experience Nicaragua. And our first destination is an island unlike almost anywhere else on Earth. Number 5. Corn Islands. Far off Nicaragua's Caribbean coast lies a world that feels almost disconnected from the mainland. The Corn Islands rise from brilliant turquoise waters, surrounded by coral reefs, tropical beaches, and a landscape where the Caribbean seems to stretch endlessly toward the horizon. The larger island, Big Corn, offers wide beaches and dramatic coastal scenery, while Little Corn is famous for its smaller, more intimate atmosphere and spectacular underwater world. For visitors, the greatest adventure may actually begin beneath the surface. Clear Caribbean waters reveal coral reefs and colorful marine life, making snorkeling and diving some of the most memorable experiences here. But what makes the Corn Islands truly special is the feeling of isolation. There are no enormous resorts dominating the horizon. Instead, there is ocean, sand, palms, and the rhythmic sound of waves. But Nicaragua's next destination is almost the complete opposite. Instead of escaping to the sea, we're heading into a canyon carved by the forces of the earth itself. Number 4. Somoto Canyon. In northern Nicaragua, the landscape suddenly changes. Rolling hills give way to enormous walls of rock, and a narrow river winds through a dramatic canyon known as Somoto. At first glance, it looks like something from a desert landscape. But this extraordinary canyon was created through a combination of volcanic geology, tectonic forces, and erosion. UNESCO describes Somoto Canyon as approximately 190 meters deep, with the canyon carved into welded volcanic ignimbrites during the Pleistocene. It lies within the Rio Coco UNESCO Global Geopark, recognized in 2020 as the first UNESCO Global Geopark in Central America. And this isn't simply a place to admire from a viewpoint. Adventurous travelers can explore the canyon by hiking, swimming, boating, and floating through sections of its narrow waterways. The deeper you travel into the canyon, the more dramatic the walls become. Sunlight reaches down between towering rocks while the river quietly carries you through a landscape shaped over immense stretches of geological time. But if you think Nicaragua's landscapes couldn't become more dramatic, wait until you see what happens when you climb into the clouds. Number 3. Mombacho Volcano. Near the shores of Lake Nicaragua rises Mombacho Volcano, but unlike the barren volcanic landscapes you might expect, its slopes disappear into one of Nicaragua's most atmospheric environments, a lush cloud forest. As you climb higher, the temperature changes, the air becomes cooler, and mist begins drifting between the trees. The landscape feels almost otherworldly. Mombacho's volcanic origins have created fertile soils that support a remarkably diverse ecosystem. The forest provides habitat for birds, insects, reptiles, and countless plant species. And then there are the views. From elevated points on the volcano, the forest suddenly opens into enormous panoramas of Lake Nicaragua, surrounding volcanoes, farms, and distant islands. For hikers, Mombacho offers trails through dense vegetation, volcanic terrain, and misty forests. But perhaps the greatest experience is simply standing above the clouds and watching Nicaragua unfold below. And now we're going somewhere much more powerful, a place where you can actually look into the heart of a volcano. Number 2. Masaya Volcano National Park. Imagine standing at the edge of a volcanic crater and realizing that beneath your feet, the earth is still alive. This is Masaya Volcano National Park, one of Nicaragua's most remarkable geological landscapes. The park protects a volcanic complex containing multiple craters, surrounded by tropical dry forest. UNESCO's tentative World Heritage documentation describes Masaya as a complex volcano with 3 craters forming a larger caldera, with ongoing volcanic activity and lava flows recorded over time. It also notes that the area contains threatened species and represents tropical dry forest. The contrast is extraordinary. One moment you're surrounded by green forest. The next, the landscape becomes black volcanic rock, smoke, and immense craters formed by eruptions. For travelers, the experience is unlike a traditional mountain hike. You can explore volcanic landscapes, walk around crater areas, and witness the raw geological forces that have helped shape Nicaragua for thousands of years. And perhaps that's what makes Masaya so unforgettable. It reminds us that the landscapes we admire aren't frozen in time. Mountains rise. Volcanoes erupt. Rivers carve valleys. And the planet is constantly changing beneath our feet. But our number one destination isn't just a volcano, a forest, or an island. It combines all 3, surrounding a lake so enormous that it feels like an inland sea. Number 1. Ometepe Island. Rising from the enormous waters of Lake Nicaragua is an island that seems almost impossible to imagine, Ometepe. Its name is often associated with the idea of 2 hills or 2 mountains, fitting for an island dominated by 2 great volcanoes, Concepcion and Madeiras. UNESCO recognizes Ometepe as a biosphere reserve. The island is defined by the 2 volcanoes. Concepcion rises to 1,610 meters and remains active, while Madeiras reaches 1,394 meters. The 2 are connected by an isthmus formed by ancient lava flows. Imagine waking up beside the largest freshwater lake in Central America, looking toward a perfectly shaped volcanic peak rising above the water. Then imagine disappearing into the forests of Madeiras, where mist, tropical vegetation, and wildlife create a completely different world. Ometepe is also a place where nature and ancient history meet. Petroglyphs on Madeiras date back roughly 1,700 years, while archaeological discoveries have revealed thousands of ceramic artifacts associated with the island's earlier cultures. UNESCO notes numerous petroglyphs on Madeiras dating back about 1,700 years and records approximately 2,022 archaeologically significant ceramic examples from the reserve. But perhaps the most remarkable thing about Ometepe is the scale. From above, 2 enormous volcanic peaks appear to rise directly from a vast blue lake, surrounded by forests, wetlands, farms, and small communities. It is the kind of landscape that makes you stop and simply look, because sometimes the greatest travel experience isn't an attraction you visit. It's a moment when you realize how extraordinary the natural world really is. From the Caribbean waters of the Corn Islands, to the ancient rocks of Somoto Canyon, from the cloud forests of Mombacho, to the fire of Masaya, and finally, the magnificent volcanic island of Ometepe. Nicaragua is a country shaped by powerful forces of nature. Here, volcanoes meet forests. Forests meet lakes. Lakes meet islands. And every landscape tells a story written by time. Perhaps that's why Nicaragua leaves such a lasting impression. It doesn't simply show you beautiful places. It reminds you how beautiful this world truly is.